Hello and welcome back to this edition of Crypto Analysis brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. I want to take a quick look at what has been going on in crypto ever since the turn of the year. The most important thing, if you look at the very top here, is that we essentially have, if you look, 89.5% of the stocks, or cryptos, excuse me, are above their trade level, and we have 52% of them that are bullish currently. I'm going to go ahead and go back just like a day here to the 30th. The difference that we're going to see as it's loading all the data here is that we look at the trade level position. You can see we're going to go from 89.5 to a substantially lower number. We have all the data. We're down at 31.6 just as of the 30th. So this is 3 days ago. When you think about the crypto market, it moves incredibly quick and you can get inflows because they're global. Now we're looking at the market sentiment. We can see that the bullish percent here is even 47.4% for all the cryptos that I track. And one of the things, just looking at this old data from the 30th here, is we can see the sentiment distribution. Pretty much everything was in the middle of its sentiment range, right? Nothing was really above 60%. Uniswap here, it looks like was at 56.4%, which is the highest. We look at everything where they were relative in their range position. You can see that we had nothing above 63%. We look at the relative strength. Nothing really changed here because things have been continuing to be strong. We look at what we have in terms of the overall scored crypto setup table. Nothing really changed there. Now, the difference is, we look down here and we start to see what kind of moves we've had. We see that we had SUSHI coin, looks like we had Uniswap, we had Litecoin, we had some things that were moving substantially. But again, when we're starting to take a look at this overall data, I mean, we were essentially in the normal range for every single crypto here, right? From Bitcoin all the way down to Fartcoin. Essentially everything has a green background or blue or light blue. Now, when we switch it to today, what we're going to notice, if I switch it to today, as we start to see the data populate, you can see now that we are essentially significantly high or extremely high on pretty much every single crypto. From Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Solana, pretty much everything has been running ever since it looks like the first or second. This has been updated as of 7 p.m. tonight, East Coast time. So we've seen pretty much everything, every single stock or every single crypto, excuse me, has been up on the 1 day. Essentially every single crypto is now positive on the week looking back. And now we're starting to see things flip on the 1 month, especially things like Ethereum, things like Dogecoin, things like SushiSwap. Bitcoin Cash continues to be the strongest move in the entire crypto market and has been really foreshadowing this move. Now, if we start to think about what this means, when we look at all these little sparkle lines here, we can see everything has essentially had a move and then an extreme upward move, which has been really nice to see overall. We can see at the very top, we've seen some shuffling. Uniswap has come up 20 spaces or 20 places over the past 20 days or 14 places over the past 20 days. Let's see Litecoin. If we really start to look at even what we're seeing here, pretty much everything is on a go long all the way across from a short term or from an ultra fast, fast and daily. We start to look at the overall relative strength. Again, not much has changed here. Bitcoin Cash continues to be the strongest. We look at this range distribution. We just took a look at this and look at where everything is now. We have, what is this, Hareda? I don't even know how to say it, but it is 116% above the top of its range, which if you don't know what that means, if you were on this site itself, you could come back up here. Essentially what I would do is as we get that to load real quick, you'll see this above the top of the trading range. Now, this is impressive to me because the moves that we've seen, while we're at the very top of our ranges, our sentiment has not moved that much. Right? The furthest out is still 54%, which means that these moves are foreshadowing a lot of sentiment coming in, which means we have a lot of early movers who are in their actual cryptos right now. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of just looking at where these charts are. Things are stretched, boys and girls. And I think if I look at Bitcoin here, which if you've watched any of my listicles or any of the tweet threads that I've been putting out there, Bitcoin hasn't necessarily been moving to the top of its range as much as the range has been coming down. But today we can finally see that it is at the top of the range. The top of the range is at 90,537. The price is currently at 89,995. So all I can say is what I'm seeing in crypto right now, again, with everything being above trade level, majority of the market now being bullish, things are looking very, very good in crypto. Now, if you're interested in receiving something like this or having access, you can always come over. You can also get the crypto brief. This is what I send to myself every single day. If you want to check out how we do this, you can go over to traderanges.com, crypto newsletter, and go ahead and check it out. You can do a 7-day free trial. It'll give you access to the dashboard as well, which updates twice a day at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. East Coast time. And you get an email in the morning at 7 p.m. or 7:15 and 7:15 p.m. East Coast time sent to you automatically. You get a 7-day free trial. I think what we're looking at here is a fundamental shift in the crypto market. I think there's a lot of value to be gained out of looking at the data this way, especially when you're looking at sentiment, especially when you're looking at range, especially when you're looking at relative strength. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I will talk to you soon.